I was sent these Queen's Balance hormonal reproductive support for women by the brand to try out and give my review on them. So, thank you to the brand for sending them to me. One of the things that I did like of note is that the ingredients come from cows and that are 100% grass fed. So the organs that they use are taken from um, purely grass fed animals. Now, this is what the capsule looks like. I want to just address one of the things that for me tends to be a concern when I'm shopping for supplements is the size. I tend to have a challenging time when it comes to swallowing capsules and tablets. And so I always am concerned about whether or not it's something I will be able to swallow. So if that's also a concern for you, I made this handy dandy, very fancy comparison size chart to give you an idea next to some things that you might be more familiar with, how the size of this stacks up. So this is a Tylenol caplet. This is an Advil tablet, and then this is a penny. And so next to the Tylenol caplet, as you can see, it's just a little bit longer than the Tylenol caplet. And then next to the Advil tablet, it's, I would say, about double the length. But that makes sense because tablets usually are smaller, um, more oval or rounder than capsules. So this is it next to the Advil tablet. And then this is it next to a penny. I would say it's about the height of the diameter top to bottom of a penny. I'm going to just slide it in front of the penny to give you more of a perspective of the size right there. So this is it in front of the penny. As you can see, it's about the same height top to bottom. I know my fingers are covering it a bit, but trust me. And then this is it next to the penny, the size of it. Once again, next to the Advil tablet, and then next to the Tylenol caplet. One thing to note is if you're familiar with the Tylenol caplet, it has somewhat of what I would call a matte finish, whereas with this capsule, it has a more glossy finish, as you can see. It has a smooth, shiny exterior, and I think that smooth finish helps it go down easier when you're swallowing it with some type of liquid or beverage. And also, I'm going to squeeze on it. You can see that it's what I would consider a soft capsule. So it's not a hard capsule. So that I think also helps with it going down a bit more smoother or smoothly. So if for you, like me, sometimes the size of the tablet or the capsule is a concern, hopefully that has helped to address that. And I want to address a couple more, and I'm looking off to the side because I have a list of some common questions that I want to address. And it says, how many capsules can be taken daily? The manufacturer does say one serving size is one capsule, and this comes with 120. So you get a good 4 month supply if you take it that way. A nice way to make this part of your routine, especially because it's just one capsule a day, is to time it with something that you do every day. So if it's brushing your teeth in the morning, that way you remember to take it at the beginning of the day, or brushing your teeth at night, that way you remember to take it before bedtime. And that way it becomes part of your routine. So hopefully that helped to answer some of your questions, and I thank you for watching.